G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here with another episode in our playthrough of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition with our full party of archers, basically. We have a ranger subclass archer as our main character. We have a wizard slayer. We have an undead hunter who's using a crossbow. We have our Imoen thief remake, Imogen, who is a 3rd level thief now, and we will dual class her eventually to mage. She just has a bit more strength and some other stats a little bit better than Imoen's. We have our dragon disciple, sorceress, and we have our priestess of Tempest. These last two are both using slings. So that's our full party. Now, we just finished fighting the, you can see them down here, the vampiric wolves and their allies, the wargs and dire wolves, just there. And that got us all another level. And, well, I think most of us another level. I'm going to really quickly rest because we need to. So let's just get that out of the way. Right. Now, I can't recall if we checked what was around us to the east. Yes, we must have already found the Larswood there. North, we already know what's there, but we'll just do it anyway. So, yeah, it's just whatever. So we're basically just going to come back over here and go to the temple. So the temple is here. We're just going to come back across the north to the temple, and then we'll briefly go down to the south so that we can uncover that. But there's not a lot else on this map, really, just except for, you know, the odd random encounter like these war dogs, or this war dog. No, these war dogs. There are multiples. Well, RNG's a bit against us this afternoon because that should not have been anywhere near that difficult, that fight. Let's just double check and make sure we're all doing okay. Some of us need some more arrows, that's for sure. More ammunition. We basically breeze through most of our enchanted ammunition. I'm going to just really quickly gather up that extra ammo. Any of the extra enchanted, with the exception of that, because that's a crossbow bolt which I can't use, and you don't have any left, so that's all good. I'm just going to collect it all up and keep it for my character, all that enchanted ammo. Yes, unless you haven't noticed, ammunition management is a bit of a thing in this game. It's not too onerous though, so I don't worry about it too much. But I always just try and make sure that everyone's got full stacks of ammunition where possible. I like to keep that ammunition full. My ideal later game, I tend to have different, like I'll have one stack of each of the different types of ammunition that I want to have. So generally later game I'll have one stack of +1, maybe one stack of +2, and then maybe one stack of, say, lightning ammunition or something like that. And it's just a matter of then keeping an eye on it and switching between the ammunition as you feel the need. So this guy here is a drunk. I don't remember what the deal is with him, but I think if you talk to him, he then gets really annoying and you've almost got to kill him, but I don't know that it actually is a penalty for killing him. I just tend to leave him alone now. Like literally, I haven't, any time in the last few years I've played the game, I just never bother interacting with him because I know there's something about him, but I don't remember what it is. And I could look it up, but if someone else knows what it is, just put it in the comments. I guess these guys you can talk to, but they can't really do anything for you. I just, for completion's sake, I went in there. I wasn't really planning on doing anything. So we do want to go into this part of the temple, mostly because, you know, going to temples you can get heals there if you need to and stuff like that. So I've got that already.
Welcome. The traveling adventurer is never turned away from a house of Lothander.
I don't think I have anything that needs to be identified at this point. Mostly because we really just came here to do the vampiric wolves and get the XP, and then the plan was to leave and go somewhere else. So we're just going to really quickly do this now. Let's come around this side. It's just, you know, exposing as much of the building as possible. Okay, I'm just going to very quickly go down to the bottom of the map just so that we can uncover what's to the south of us, and we'll take it from there. Okay, we're doing better this time with these war dogs.
A man shouldn't speak to his better unless spoken to first.
Oh yes, this guy. Another one of these random weirdos out in the middle of the wilderness who think they're better than everybody else. Yeah, there you go. Just leave me alone here. And one more war dog. There we go. Oh, no. Yet another one. Hey, it's all XP. I mean, it's only 35 XP. But they all add up. There we go. Okay, so we didn't really uncover anything new here. So where are we going to go from here? Well, I'm going to go to High Hedge because, yeah, there's really not a huge amount of stuff there to do, but there is the little quest we have to get Purdu's short sword. So we're going to do that. I'm also going to briefly talk to this elf down here hiding in the trees. You sometimes might miss him. I'm not going to let him join my company, though. I just want to talk to him to say that I've done it.
It is not often that I come across strangers in this part of the world.
Perhaps in the future, yeah. He's actually a very good... If you're looking for someone in a ranged party, Kivin is actually really good. So he's a ranger. He has very good dex. And I think he already specialises in longbow and spear. So he's actually quite a good member of your party if you need another archer. And you're not happy with, say, Minsk's dexterity, or if you wanted to take to get rid of Khalid, you could take him instead. Okay, these are the groups of gnolls. They're going to be fairly straightforward. Bit of a prelude to our later rescuing of Dynahair, which, you know, we're going to do even though we don't really want Minsk in our party. So that was the short sword that we have to pick up. Why is nobody else attacking this guy? There we go. I think there'll be a couple more down here, will there? No, I guess not. That was all of it. Oh, more war dogs. You know how easy they are. Wild dogs, in this case. Were they wild dogs before? I bet you they were, and I was calling them war dogs. Wasn't I? Yes, they were wild dogs. That's fine. Another group of them here. It's interesting because that's, you know, that was 4 of them that was uncovered in the one go, and really, for a ranged party, that's pretty exceptional. You don't often come across 4 opponents in one go. Okay, this map has a lot of skeletons on it. It's the main undead, the main other opponent on here apart from that group of gnolls there, and they all generally are dart or knife throwers. Once they run out of darts or knives, they will come in and do melee, and they'll generally have morning stars. The problem is that your guys aren't going to do a hell of a lot of damage to them because they're skeletons and they're relatively immune to piercing. They prefer to, you can take them out easier with bludgeoning rather than piercing. So they're all using bows except for our 2 slingers. So actually, our mage and our priest are probably doing more damage here than everybody else. Let's just let you heal our... There we go, and you don't have an armor spell, so that's fine. There we go. So I'm only really taking these daggers because you sell them in. You can sell them, and you sell them individually. So each one is worth, I don't know, a gold or something. But because you can pick up so many of them, you do get a tiny little bit of gold out of them. Everything else is basically just worth 1 gold each. So I don't bother picking all of those big bulky items up. Okay. Now later on, you get a quest where you need to retrieve one of these skulls, which is incredibly easy to do. Okay, the mage Thalantir or whatever his name is here. Now he's here. I'm not actually going to go here yet. I'm going to do 2 things first. One, we're going to head directly south so that we can map that direction. And then we'll come back up to this spot. So we're going to come down here like so. This is the south edge of the map. Okay, so we just uncovered that. Let's go west from here. So again, the most likely opponents we're going to see here are skeletons. They tend to hang around where all the trees are though, so this area that's a bit more open, I tend not to see them, so whether that's just random numbers or not. So there's this area here that's opened up now. We're not going to travel there, of course. So let's just come back this way. Ooh. Ghouls. And I said ghouls plural because you don't often see just one ghoul in this game. Who is that? That's me. Okay. And of course I get held. Why wouldn't I get held? Okay, so we're just going to stand here for a minute, and I'll probably speedy this up, but we're just going to wait for this hold to disappear, and I'll heal myself in the meantime. Okay, so we'll continue on our little journey here. So we'll go and talk to the mage purely because I don't want to forget it. Now, interactions with this mage are a little bit weird in that you'll come to here and you'll talk to him and he basically blows you off.
I be Thalantir, mighty mage of Baragost.
So you think, what am I supposed to do? Talk to him again. Say that you'd like to speak with him, and then you're interested in selling or buying magical equipment, and now you can do whatever you need to. I don't think he gives great prices for gems and stuff like that, but I'm just going to do that. I don't recall if I've got any scrolls, but yeah, I do, and I don't want that one, so we'll get rid of it. And let's sell those. So I got 64 gold out of all of those daggers. That was pretty good. Oh, he's buying that leather for more than normal. So let's sell that. Oh, he's buying the bastard swords for more than normal too. You normally only get like 5 gold each for them, or 7 or something. So I think I might just sell everything here, except for Purdu's short sword. Let's not get carried away there. Was there anything else? The more of these items I sell, the less he wants to buy them for. See, bastard swords are down to 6 gold now. We'll get rid of these helmets too. Okay. Now, he has a great selection of ammunition and things like that, but be aware that if I was to buy, say, these arrows +1, you look at them and go, 71, and you see 300 here and you see 5 here. 300 is how many he has to sell. 5 is how many you will buy per... like if I go just that and go buy, it'll cost me 71 gold for 5 of those arrows. So you're not getting a special discount if you see that 71, because elsewhere you might be getting 10 of those for, say, 150 or 120 or something. So he is a little bit cheaper, but you got to buy them in smaller lots. He has a lot of potions, and he has a lot of scrolls. What we do want, though, and you've got to do it in your first go. You can't sit here and go, let me just cancel this and then select it again. No, because as soon as you've finished buying from him once, he won't talk to you again until you completely leave the map and come back. So if you want this potion case, you got to buy it straight away. Oh, and I bought arrow +1 at the same time, which I didn't really want, but that's okay. I can give those up there. And then he's got a lot of scrolls here as well that we could buy, but because we're playing a sorceress rather than a wizard, she can't learn scrolls from spells. Sorry, reverse that. She can't learn spells from scrolls. She can cast spells from scrolls, but she can't learn them. So we're just going to do that. So now we've got a potion case as well that we can use to carry around our potions. We're going to cancel that, and we need that to give back to Purdu. So if I talk to him again now, he just won't talk to me anymore. I have nothing more to say, leave me. And even if I go out and come back in to his tower, he still won't talk to me. You've got to actually leave the map, the High Hedge map, completely before he will talk to you again. So just be aware of that. If you want to buy something from him, be sure you know what you want to buy on the first attempt when you talk to him, because if you don't, you won't be able to buy. This guy wants to steal stuff from him, so you can go whichever way you want. I'm just going to say not particularly noble and let him just run off and be an idiot, because he's going to die if he tries to steal stuff from the mage. Now, I'm coming up here purely because there is a house up here somewhere, and there is a giant spider near the house, and I just want to kill the giant spider for some XP. So here is the house. Where is the giant spider? Normally it's right here somewhere. Maybe it's over here. I just want to be careful how I approach this, because if I was to walk straight through those bushes there, half of my guys might go this way and half of them might go that way, and we might get sort of stuck when we go to try and kill this spider. That was an enemy sighted. Oh, look, the spider's back behind us now. Let's just regroup over here. There we go. We got rid of him before he got anywhere near us. So, oh, and another one. I don't remember there being more than one there. Well, that's all right. More XP. There we go. And 270 XP isn't not to be sneezed at. And so we're just going to come up here to the north edge of the map, so that we can see what's north of us, which shouldn't actually be anything, if I remember rightly, but we'll just do it anyway just to say that we've done it. And we're going to leave by this north exit as well and head back into Baragost. Okay, so yes, there's nothing north of us here except for that place where we got ambushed previously. Back into Baragost. Middle of the night again, which means I couldn't go into the map then and click over here somewhere because the fog of war was in the way, basically. So we're going to just head around here to this. Actually, no, we can do Purdue. Purdue is over here. He's in here. We've done Zorang or whatever his name was up here, who had the boots missing. Purdue's in here. I think that was him just there, isn't it? Yep, it is. And there we go. So we got 500 experience for that. Not the best of rooms to rent. I mean, it's cheap, but I don't remember what other benefits you get. I just always do the most expensive one I can, so I get the most benefit from it. Come on, guys. Just there we go. I don't think we've really got anything else to sell, do we? So, I think we're probably ready to head into... We have a look at the world map. Yeah, I'd say we're ready to head into Nashkel. So we'll head into Nashkel, we'll probably do the carnival, and then we'll head over this way and rescue Dynahair, just because it gives us XP. We're not going to put her in the party. And then, see how we go. I mean, I don't expect to be able to do all of that this episode. Probably just going to maybe even just get to Nashkel and call it quits from there. There's a fight or so in Nashkel, so we'll do really quickly.
With your hurried flight from Candlekeep barely behind you, the troubles facing the Sword Coast seem an unfamiliar blur to your fractured nerves. Gorion would not have you sit idle, however, and perhaps investigating local concerns will shed some light on your own predicament. How the iron shortage or the trouble in the Nashkel mines could possibly be linked to you have no idea.
Okay, so we're in Nashkel. Now, interesting note here. That little animation sequence that happened at the start where you saw the town of Nashkel and it slowly faded into dusk, I guess, before the voiceover came up. That's actually not the original animation that was on this when you played the original version of Baldur's Gate. The animation that used to be there, you actually saw a couple of kobolds sneaking through the edge of the village and seeing, they were sneaking up to the edge of the village and seeing what was going on in the background. But I guess they got rid of it. I actually preferred the old animation to this one. But I guess they thought it foreshadowed too much of what was happening in the mines. I'm not going to spoil it any more than that. But, yeah.
Stand away, citizen!
Okay, so this guy just wants to know what we're doing in the city, in the town. Again, he's one of these guys that... City militia, you talk to him like the... I can't think the name of the soldiers that met us earlier. But they were very gullible, and so was this guy. As soon as we talked to him, he ran away into the thing here. I'm going to talk to this guy, maybe just to shut him up. I don't want him in my party. Monks aren't all that great in Baldur's Gate. At least I don't feel they are. I feel later on in things like Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2, monks were a better character than what they are here. But partly that has to do with the game mechanics, because this is based on D&D 2 rules, and monk was incredibly new at that point. It was actually, I think for this game, it was taken sort of from a homebrew status. I don't think it was even really officially in AD&D 2. I think it wasn't until D&D 3, which was used for Neverwinter Nights 1, that you actually had official rules for monk. So I think the monk was added on only in the enhanced edition of this game, because he never used to be here in the original game. So I just...
more about the Order of the Sun Soul.
No.
I have come. I am.
Yeah, save it.
I thank you. You seem like someone who would appreciate farewell.
No. So I don't want him in my party. He's probably alright, but I just don't like him. So there's an encounter in this inn here, so we might as well go in and do that. If I can click the right spot.
Unladylike, but I'm gonna slit your throat, I am.
Okay. Not to be nitpicky, but the problem with that voiceover might be a touch unladylike, but I'm going to slit your throat, I am. She's using a mace. Or a club, actually. So I don't know how she's going to slit our throat. Cave our skull in, but not slit our throat. But, you know, let's not be too nitpicky. So let's all just attack. We'll get our spellcaster here to do a magic missile. You do have hold. Brilliant. That's what you're going to do. No, the hold didn't work. Damn it. That's alright. Another magic missile from you. This fight isn't usually all that hard. You just want to keep casting, keep attacking her to break her concentration so she can't get any decent spells off. That's all you need to do. So yeah, she doesn't have a dagger. She can't slit our throat. Or at least she might have a belt knife type of thing. Okay, actually, I shouldn't have picked up that club because it's not magical and I can't sell it. Just another bounty notice. I'm going to copy that, even though I have said multiple times I don't know that the copy actually does anything. Let's get our sorceress to identify that. And it is a infravision 120 feet. All helms protect you from critical hits. I've mentioned that before. Seeing as my character is human, he doesn't have infravision, so that helm will actually be useful for him. And the rest of that we will sell. I guess we'll stay here for the night.
Never had rats. No sorry.
It's not bad as far as places to stay, but it doesn't have royal beds, but that's fine. Yeah, shut up, Rashid. Or whatever your name is. Rasad. In here. Why? There we go.
Welcome to my humble establishment.
So he will buy winter wolf pelts. I don't know if that... Yeah, white wolf. If you have any, which we don't, but we may get some later on, and that's the place to sell them all. I don't believe he has anything all of that spectacular that we want. There's another plate mail there. I don't think we need it. So let's just do a quick review of how all of our characters are doing. We need some more arrows. We've already got our composite longbow +1, and you don't have a composite longbow yet. So we need to give her a composite longbow. She needs some more arrows. We need a few more quarrels, but not a huge amount. We need some more arrows there. We need some more sling stones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. There we go. So we need 2 full stacks of sling stones. Okay, so 2 full stacks of sling stones. You could use some plate armor as well. but we're going to hold off, and we'll see why in the next episode. So really quickly, 2 full stacks of sling stones, and 2, 3, 4 full stacks of arrows. So let's just really quickly get those and call it an episode. So we said... Oh, that's not what I meant. It's 1 full stack, 2 full stacks. Let's get those. Right. So both of those were for you. There we go. You needed 2 stacks. 1, 2. Chuck those up there. You needed 1 stack. And I needed 1 stack and some spares. And we've got some more crossbows for you, quarrels for you. And we're looking good. Okay, let's just really super quickly do a couple of other things. We're going to come down here and we're going to talk to the mayor.
For the glory of Arm!
Okay, so now he just gives you the spiel about trying to find out what's going on. If you've got Khalid and Jahir in your party, he actually asks if you want to help out, rather than giving you that spiel. We're going to talk to this person down here who's confusing us for someone else.
Oh, you have returned, and so soon.
So he thinks we're Grey Wolf, so I'm going to be good and actually say that no, we're not Grey Wolf, which gives us an increase in rep. But we know Grey Wolf's hunting down somebody, and then let's just come down here and very briefly talk to Minsk.
Stand and deliver. That my hamster might have a better look at you.
And then let's just remove him from our party. Right. So I think that will do for this episode. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. If you liked it, please give me a like and share it with your friends. Be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest episodes, and I will see you for the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.